Hi, media. We are joined by Kent State University coach Rob Senderoff and the two student athletes, my far left, Myron Thomas and Jalen Sullinger. And let's have our opening comments from the coach.
Well, listen, I know it's late or early, however you look at it. Obviously disappointed in how our season ended here tonight. Lost to a very good team, and give Indiana a ton of credit. They played, really hard and played well. And obviously disappointed in how it ended for us because, it was a bad night for us to have a bad night. And it wasn't for a lack of effort at all. It just, shots didn't fall. There were a lot of 4-point swings that we miss a layup, they get a 3, or we miss a layup, they get a layup. Just too much for us to overcome, and it's obviously disappointing with how it ended, but, an unbelievable season for sure.
We will now take questions for the student athletes, and we'll start on the right side, row 6. Thank you.
Brad Bordenville, Akron Beacon Journal. Rob and Jalen, just talk about their size and how much it really caused you guys problems tonight. I mean, a lot of shots were altered. Obviously, Trace went off in the second half. How much did that size really play a role in tonight?
Well, I'll say it from my point, and then I'll let Jalen answer. There certainly were times that I'm sure their length impacted some of the shots at the rim. And then there were also some times where I felt like we just missed shots that we normally would make. So, combination of both. But again, Trace Jackson Davis had 5 blocks, and his presence down there, I'm sure, impacted some of those misses as well.
Like Coach said, we picked a bad night to have a bad night. I just want to say I love all my brothers, and I'm happy we left it all out there. Give credit to them. I mean, like you said, the big Davis, he dominated tonight, so props to him.
Left side toward the back. Yep.
Jacob Shondell, Kent Wired. Myron, all season you guys have been able to create a lot of turnovers and score off those turnovers. What was Indiana able to do tonight to kind of prevent that from you guys?
I really wouldn't give credit to them. I would just say that we really want our best, and that reflected in them being able to make plays. So that was it.
Back here, right side.
Again, Brad Bordenville, Beacon Journal. Race Thompson at the beginning was hitting from the outside. How much did that really change things up and really let them allow them to do what they did?
Yeah, I don't know that it necessarily changed things up, but credit to him. He's made 12 threes going into the game on the season, and he stepped up and made them. And again, you got to credit him for stepping up and making them in a big moment for them. But it didn't necessarily change how we played. It certainly impacted the game because those are big shots for him to make, and he played a heck of a game tonight. One of his better ones, I think, of the year, I think he'd tell you.
Last one for the student athletes, back left.
Jacob Shondell, Kent Wired. Really for both of you guys, just what are the challenges when you guys have such a late game and have to wait around all day to play?
I would just say preparation, so staying focused throughout the day and making sure that we're keying on matchups and defensive assets that we got to make sure we're focused on, and just make sure that we're fired up when the ball goes in there.
Yeah, I mean, playing in the NCAA tournament, I don't think it matters what time you play. You're going to be fired up and ready for the game. Just didn't go our way tonight, and that's it.
Thank you to the student athletes. We'll keep it over here for questions for the coach.
Hey, Rob. Mark Singulace from the Albany Times-Union.
Hey, Mark.
Hey. Was Sincere, it sounded like there was some kind of mishap in the shoot-around. What exactly happened there, and do you think he was affected at all tonight?
Yeah, in shoot-around today, he took a knee to the thigh and went down. you know, I don't know if it impacted him or not. Looking at the stat sheet, I'd say it probably did based upon the stat sheet. He played 39 minutes. I think I took him out, 57 seconds ago. He would have had to have his leg cut off for him to have not played tonight. Like that's the bottom line. When he got hit, I was worried that it was serious. He came over here early, got treatment with our trainer who did a great job, Brent. Again, I know he wasn't going to miss this opportunity. I'm disappointed for him because I don't know. I don't know if it impacted him or not. But again, I look at the stat sheet and I'd say he had been playing so well leading into this game. It's hard for me to think that it didn't impact him. But at the same point, that takes a little bit away from Indiana and what they did, and I don't want to do that. So he was able to play, and just as a team, we didn't play as well as we needed to, period. And we played really hard. It was a bad night to have a bad night. That's what we talked about in the locker room.
Right here.
Ryan Struhard with Black Square Radio. Coach, every time they pulled away with 10, you guys kept jipping it back to single digits. Like, can you just talk about what your message was to your team every time they went up by double digits to kind of get them back into, keep fighting? Yeah,
that's the resiliency of the group. That was them. That was the guys in the huddle. Again, we didn't play well tonight, but nobody could sit here and watch the game and say, boy, those guys didn't compete. We competed really hard. That's what we've done all year. And again, it just wasn't our night tonight. We shot 31% from the field. We had 19 offensive rebounds in the game and only had 9 turnovers. Like, we played really, really hard. We just didn't play well. And in each of those timeouts, guys in the huddle were saying, hey, we just need to get a couple more stops. We call them kills, 3 stops in a row. And we were getting them, and then we just weren't converting.
Last one here, right here.
Brad Borneville again from the Beacon Journal. We talked a little bit about this on Tuesday before you guys came out. This season, how much can you use this, not only next year, but the next 4 years, and kind of make this like it used to be where it was an annual run for Kent State?
Yep. Obviously, the guys we lose with Malik and Sin and Myron, those guys are tough to replace. I mean, those guys don't come around every day, especially Sin and Malik, who have been here the last 2 years. So we're going to have to recruit here in the spring. Hopefully there'll be some guys that look at the success that they've had and say, hey, this is a great opportunity. It's a great school, a great program. And we can attract some guys that can help us. And then, the returning guys like Vaughn, who played well, Cloran, who, he came on this year tonight. I thought in the first half he really guarded well. Chris, Jalen, Julius, those that choose to return. And again, we don't know because of the way this transfer portal is, but the guys that choose to return, we've just got to keep getting better and improving. But, we're going to do our best to try to get back here. This was a lot of fun.
Coach, thank you for your time.
Okay, thank you, guys. Thank you, those that followed all year. Thank you.
Quick note before